Today I had not one but two major what the F moments. And I want to tell you about one because it's the one that's a little more alarming to me. I have this client who has a rare genetic disorder that is so not well known. There are two doctors in the country that treat it. One of them happens to be here in Colorado, and she's fortunate for that. And she didn't get diagnosed until she was like 18, which is interesting because the genetic disorder is so rare that most people don't make it to her age. Like, they don't make it to 18. They are most often diagnosed post-mortem because they die a strange death in their early teenage years. And her story is interesting enough that I took her on as a client, and I'm not doing anything with the genetics because there's nothing that I can change about them, but we're helping her understand how her body functions, why she has all these weird reactions to things, and how then she can optimize her health and live her best life. And those things are going well. So they're at a company party thing for her husband's business that he works for. He's an employee that has some connections to the top of the food chain. And his boss asked him if he knows anyone who works with people that have potentially long COVID, mast cell activation syndrome, and POTS. And his wife, even though this isn't like her specific type of diagnosis, has symptoms that fall into like all of these categories, but they aren't perfectly this. A lot of her things have to do with her other genetic disorder that is super rare. So he tells his boss, yeah, I think I have somebody for you, but let me verify. And so he reaches out to me and says, hey, would you be willing to take a look at this case? They've seen a neurologist. They've seen a cardiac doctor, they have seen a nephrologist, and they have seen a GI doc, and no one will talk to the other provider, and they're getting nowhere, and it's been 3 years. The person his boss was asking about is his 17-year-old daughter. The lack of communication has significantly altered this girl's quality of life. She's 17 years old and she has no quality of life. She's a senior in high school who didn't go to graduation, didn't go to prom, didn't go to homecoming, didn't do all of the things a normal 17-year-old girl gets to do because her doctors have too big of an ego to talk to each other. They've told her it's all in her head, and they've prescribed her anti-anxiety medication that actually amplified her anxiety because no one bothered to check her genetics. So fast forward to a few months ago, and the dad had found someone who he thought could help them. She's in the area that we live in, and he calls her. Mind you, this girl has stool testing. She has blood work. She has a full cardiac workup. She has neurology. She has nephrology. Like, she has tons of blood work. She has MRIs. She has echocardiograms. She has EEGs. She has the works. The provider in question that says that they work with this is demanding $5,000 up front for a consultation and a follow-up visit, and won't even give like an indication of opinion over the phone on whether or not she can help the girl. What the actual F? This child's most recent labs aren't even 90 days old, and you're going to charge them $5,000 for what? For what exactly? And that's just for the consultation and a follow-up visit. That doesn't include what she might need to get in order to get better. What she's asking these people to pay to get her opinion is what people pay for a year of support with me. A year of being able to text message me, a year of being able to have me look at any labs that they get run and say, hey, this is what I see, this is what's going on, this is how we should address it. A year of me giving them meal plans, a year of me doing group coaching with them, a year of support. The only possible thing that this provider could offer this person is genetic testing. And the genetic testing has come so far down in price that there are multiple companies doing it now for around $350 that are not the scammy will sell your data companies. This 17-year-old girl has the Genova stool test. She has a mycotoxins test. She has the Nutri-Eval. She has like all the special testing you could order. This girl's got it, with the exception of she doesn't have a Dutch test. I don't care what the Dutch test says. I need blood work around her menstrual cycle. I need her thyroid labs. And I need her genetics surrounding her ability to clear toxins, to clear estrogen, to clear norepinephrine and dopamine. That's what I need. That's it. And the only reason I even need her thyroid panel is because the only one of those that she has is 18 months old, and I want to know what's happening with her thyroid today, not 18 months ago. What are you charging $5,000 for? What are you getting? Even if you went with the most expensive genetic test on the market, the cancer test and the Dutch test, we're talking $2,000 max. Max. The quality of life of this 17-year-old who can't drive a car because she has seizures and passes out, who has never been to a high school dance because she has seizures and passes out, who can't sit through an entire school day because she can't function that long in that period of time, is completely missing. She has all the testing. It was all done by her insurance company. And you want to charge her $5,000 for your opinion. I get that your time has value. I get that it's going to take you time to go through all of those reports. I get that you might put a lot of that stuff into a spreadsheet and look at it the same way that I do. But if you're really good at it, all of that stuff should take you about 90 minutes because it's only 3 years worth of history. So are you charging $1,000 an hour? On top of that, the diagnosis is already there. She has long COVID and POTS. If you're getting ready to work with somebody and it seems like they have an exorbitantly high startup cost to enter to work with them, and it's for like the consultation, and the consultation doesn't include, and even if it does include, you should be questioning, a ton of testing. Like every special test under the sun, with the exception of maybe the cancer antigen test, can be done for $5,000. If they aren't giving you all of that, I would have some serious questions about working with them. Even if they're saying, we need about $2,500 worth of testing to get you started, serious questions. Serious questions. The blood work that I have people get, a lot of times they're able to get their physician to order a lot of it, and we order a couple of tests, and out of pocket they spend anywhere from $50 to $250, depending on what state they live in and how much their doctor is willing to order. Functional medicine providers need to do better. We need to do better.